students, today we are going to take up company accounts, important topic as far as all the concern. CA Inter, CA Inter Group 2 and CS and BCom and plus 2 CBSE. Everyone is very important, even state board also. Okay, this is very simple topic. In fact, very easy. Company accounts. Okay, we are going to take up shares. Okay, what is share? You know meaning. You know very well what is shares. Okay, here we are going to start off kinds of shares. Two types of share or two kinds of share or classes of shares. Number one, equity share capital or equity shares. Number two, preference shares. Okay, what is the meaning of equity share? Very simple. It is not a preference shares. Repeat. What is the meaning of equity share? It is nothing but it is not a equity share. So one must know the meaning of equity share. Definitely we have to know what is preference shares. Very important. See, what is preference shares? Very simple. Preference shares is nothing but fixed percentage of dividend and repayment of capital at the time of winding up. First preference goes to preference shares. These two feature is attached with preference shares. If this two is attached with preference shares, nothing but preference shares. If not there, then it is a equity shares or ordinary share. Repeat. So what is equity share? It is not a preference shares. So what is the preference shares? These two features very important. Fixed percentage of dividend. What is fixed percentage of dividend? Yes. What is the name? Yes. Vidya. Initial R. Kumar. K. Similarly, we have initial. Okay. Similarly, in preference shares also they have initial. So what do you mean, sir? Very simple, sir. If you take any textbook, in balance sheet liability side, preference shares, 8% preference shares, 10% preference shares, 12% preference shares is nothing but this is fixed percentage of dividend. The rate is given fixed. And in case of winding up or liquidation happen, what happened? Company is going to wind up. So all the assets raised and pay the liability. So first all outside liabilities. Okay, before payment to equity shares, first the payment goes to preference shares. Okay, this is nothing but this is the meaning of preference shares. Fine. So what are the type of preference shares? Yes, there are many types. Listen carefully. Redeemable preference share, irredeemable preference share, cumulative preference share, non-cumulative preference share, participative preference share, non-participative preference share, convertible preference shares, non-convertible preference shares, non-convertible preference shares. What is redemption? Is nothing but the company buyback. Redeem is nothing but buyback. Okay, so maximum period of buyback should not more than 20 years. So the company issues, see, first of all, why the company issues shares? Reason very simple, raising of funds. Why, sir? Why funds required? For expansion, for giving new project. They need money. Okay, so better way of raising of funds, one of the better way, issue of shares. Thereby the company issues shares. Okay, whether preference shares is better or equity shares is better. If you are initially startup, equity shares is best. Why, sir? Prepayment is not compulsory. Okay, it is repayment only at the time of winding up. Okay, for example, if it is issue redeemable preference shares, see both are same, doesn't matter. Suppose if it issue debentures, then only it's a headache. As far as shares is concerned, no problem. If you issue equity or preference, doesn't matter for time being. But in case of redeemable preference, if you issue redeemable preference shares, it's nothing but you can buy back the shares after giving certain period, 5 years or 10 years. Maximum period of buyback 20 years. What is irredeemable preference shares? The company issue irredeemable preference shares. Okay, these shares cannot be redeemed unless winding up. So it is redeemed only at the time of winding up. So no company issue irredeemable preference shares on or after 15/6/1986. It means nowadays a company have no right to issue irredeemable preference shares. Then cumulative preference shares. What is cumulative? Example, see if company makes loss, here fixed percentage of dividend. See, when the company is liable, when the company earn profit, repeat, when the company earns profit, then they are liable to pay dividend to the shareholders, both equity as well as preference. So first dividend goes to preference, then only equity. Suppose if the company makes loss, so current year loss, no, it is not compulsory to pay dividend, because since it is a loss, there is no profit. So company no need to pay dividend. But next year huge profit. Okay, in case of cumulative, the dividend for previous year also liable to pay current year. It's cumulative. So previous year loss, current year huge profit. It means previous year dividend plus current year dividend you have to pay to the shareholder. In case of cumulative preference shares. In case of non-cumulative preference shares, do you have a profit? Yes sir, pay dividend. Company loss, no dividend. That's all. Previous year loss, no dividend. Current year huge profit, no problem. You have to pay current year dividend only. That is non-cumulative preference shares. Then participative preference shares. What is participative? See, in case of winding up, just now I told. In case of winding up, you have to release all assets, sell the all assets, pay off the liability. See, after paying liability, then before going to equity shares, first you have to pay preference shareholders. So after paying preference shareholders, even after paying equity shareholders, still there is a surplus. For that surplus, they are eligible. They are eligible. Participating preference shares eligible. What is non-participating preference shares? In case of surplus, entire surplus goes to equity shares. If it is non-participating preference shares, then convertible preference shares. See, after say 3 to 5 years, preference shares converted into equity shares. That is convertible preference shares. What is non-convertible? It is not option. It is not given. So preference shares always non-convertible. It is not okay. It is not option to convert preference shares. Sorry, it is not option to convert equity shares. So convertible is nothing but next just 3 to 5 years they are converting from preference shares into equity shares. In case of non-convertible, there is no option. So these are the type of preference shares. Next, see issue of shares. So just now I told you, object of issue of shares is nothing but raising of funds. See, not only buying, it's a consideration of cash. Number one. Number two, a consideration other than cash. A consideration other than cash. Examples are very simple example. So I will do only two examples. Acquisition or purchase of asset, or acquisition or purchase of business, or convertible, say debentures into shares. Just not to know, preference shares into shares, other than cash. Then what else? For paying underwriting commission, or paying for what do you call premium expenses, shares issued to promoters. These are the consideration other than cash. I will only explain for this concept. I will explain acquisition or purchase of asset. See, generally, if you purchase asset, what is the journal entry? Yes, very good. Assets account debit to bank. Any doubt? This is general entry. If you purchase the asset for cash, asset account debit to bank. But here, other than cash. See, if you purchase the asset, on credit, on other than cash, not credit, other than cash, that means asset account debit to vendor. Vendor nothing but seller. Asset account debit to vendor. Okay, because your purchase asset, okay, by way of issue of shares, not by way of payment of cash, you are going to issue shares. See, share main object of issue of shares for mainly or for the purpose of cash. Certain cases, even though other than cash, they are going to issue. For example, acquisition of asset or purchase of asset. So purchase of asset general entry will be asset account debit to bank. In case of instead of bank, they are going to issue shares. So that case, entry will be asset account debit to vendor, then vendor account debit to equity share capital. For example, say 1,98,000. 1,98,000. They issue 1,98,000. See, very important terms of issue. Very important terms. What is terms of issue? Either you issue at par or at premium. Either you issue at par or premium. What is par? What is premium? Very simple. See, face value of share, face value of one share, say rupees 10. Issued at 10. This is nothing but par. This is nothing but par. 10 rupees face value shares you are going to issue at rupees 10. It's nothing but 10 is nothing but at par. Suppose face value of share 10, you issued at rupees 12 is nothing but premium. 10 face value to security premium. So whether the company can issue share at discount, sir? Sorry sir. See, as per section 52 of Companies Act, the company can issue shares either at par or premium. So is it possible to issue discount? No. No company issue shares at discount. This is as per 2013 Act. Companies Act 2013. So as per section 52, the company issue either at par or at premium. But section 53, section 53, the company issue shares at a discount is nothing but way of sweat equity shares. Sweat equity shares. Go and check the section 52 and 53. Any other doubt? Suppose in this case, for example, if it is issued at par 190, suppose at premium, for example at premium of rupees, say face value 10 rupees, face value in this case 10 rupees. Suppose the company wants to issue at a premium. Okay, so how many shares to be issued? Very simple. Listen, number of shares to be issued 198 divided by, see, 10% premium, for example. How much? 10% premium. Face value 10. Face value 10. 10 rupees premium. 10% premium. Out of rupees 10, 10% 1. Total value will be rupees 11. Thereby 18,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each issued at a premium of 10%. In this case, entry will be, in this case, entry I will put here, vendor account debit to equity share capital to security premium 198, 180, 18,000. That's all. Any doubt? Say if it is at par 198, if it is at premium divided by 11. Sir, discount sir? Sorry sir, no discount. Okay. Suppose if it is discount for purpose of knowledge, I will tell. But in as per Companies Act, company cannot issue at discount. Suppose if it is 10% discount, you have to divide by 9. You have to divide by 9, but no discount. Only at par or at premium. At par 198. If it is at premium, you have to pay 11. Why 11 sir? 10% premium. How? Just I am going to take imaging figure. 10% at premium. Then by divided by 11, you put 18,000. So equity shares 18,000 to 10, 1,80,000. Security premium 18,000 into 1, 80,000. So vendor account debit 198, equity share capital to security premium. Any doubt? Note it down. Next, classification of share capital. That is authorized capital, subscribed capital, issue capital, etc. We will see. Note it down. Quick. Next, we are going to take up classification of share capital. See how the share is classified. Number one, authorized or nominal capital. What is authorized capital? It's nothing but the company can issue maximum. Say, I will give just example. 5 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 each. It means the company issue maximum 5 lakhs. That is, it is authorized. It's nothing but it is given in the memorandum of. See, there are two very important. Okay, memorandum of association, articles of association. Memorandum talks about general things. Articles is internal affairs of the management. In memorandum of association, there is one clause, capital clause. Under the capital clause, they are specifying 5 lakh shares of 10 each. Thereby, a company maximum during the lifetime they can issue maximum 5 lakh shares. If you want to issue more than 5 lakh shares, they have to first alter the memorandum of association. First alter the memorandum of association. Okay, increase the value authorized capital, then the company can issue. Okay, so what is authorized? Authorized nothing but the maximum the company can issue 5 lakh shares. For example, 5 lakh shares of 10 each equals 50 lakhs. Example, okay. Issued capital. See, it is not necessary to issue entire 5 lakhs. Okay, right now, how much they require? Funds required. Say 4 lakhs, for example. Say they want 4 lakhs and 40 lakhs. That means they issue 4 lakh shares of 10 each, 40 lakhs. See, I am issuing 40 lakhs, that is 4 lakh shares. It is not necessary that the public subscribe entire 4 lakh shares. The public may be subscribed either 4 lakhs or less than 4 lakhs. That's the chances. Say for example, public say subscribed is nothing but subscribed by the public. So public subscribed by 3 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. That is nothing but 30 lakhs. That is nothing but 30 lakhs. What is unsubscribed? Public not subscribed. Public is not subscribed. 1 lakh into 10, so 10 lakhs. So out of subscribed capital, called up capital. What is that? See, before going to this, listen carefully. Before going to this, please come here. See, mode of issue. Say, for example, say face value of share rupees 10 each. Okay. In practical, listen carefully. In practical, the company received at the time of application money itself fully, that is entire 10 rupees they issue. For example, 1 lakh shares issued at the rate of 10 each, the company itself one stroke they issue 10 lakhs. One stroke they receive 10 lakhs. This is as far as practical concern. So if you go to share market, if you purchase the share, if you want to buy the share, if you pay one stroke, how much is share value? 125. You pay entire 125. One stroke. This is practical. But in theoretical, they are paying installment. As far as your academic, okay, perspective, they are going for installment. That is, first they pay application money. For example, application money 3 rupees, allotment 3 rupees, first call 2, second call 2, total 10. So what is third call, sir? If necessary, put third call, if necessary. So maximum the company can call 3 calls, first call, second call, third call. So in this our example 10 rupees. So application money 3, allotment 3, first call 2, second call 2, total amounts to 10. Okay. What is called up? Very important. So far the company called up only 8 rupees. So far the company called up only 8 rupees. Why, sir? The balance 2 rupees is nothing but uncalled capital. If they require, they call up. Repeat, if the company require, they call up. Otherwise, they won't call. So far they called up only 8. So 3 lakhs into 8, 24 lakhs is nothing but called up capital. What about uncalled capital? 3 lakhs into 2, 6 lakhs. See, this is called at the time of winding up, dissolve or liquidated. In case of liquidation or in case of winding up, that's uncalled capital is nothing but reserve capital. Reserve capital. It is called up only at the time of liquidation. That too if necessary. Okay, if you are unable to pay creditors, repeat, you are unable to pay creditors, then you called up uncalled capital. You called up uncalled capital. So called up capital nothing but out of 10 rupees. So far they called up 8 rupees. So balance 2 is uncalled capital. Out of 8 there is 24 lakhs. So what is paid up capital? What is called the real? See, it is not necessary. Repeat, it is not necessary. Entire shareholder pays one stroke. There are shareholder still outstanding. There are shareholder fails to pay the call money. There are shareholder fails to pay call money. See, this is with example. Okay, understand? Just an example. You will see the problem. See, let us assume that one of the shareholder holds 10,000 shares, failed to pay rupees 2. One of the shareholder holds 10,000 shares, failed to pay rupees 2. So 10,000 into 2, 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees is nothing but your calls in arrear. So out of 24 lakhs, calls in arrear 20,000. That way, how much paid in capital? 23 lakh 80,000. 23 lakh 80,000. 24 minus 20, 23 lakh 80,000. That is your calls in arrear. Any doubt? Based on this, we are going to solve small problem. Okay. After that, straight away go to forfeiture. I will explain what is forfeiture. Okay. Any doubt? Please note it. Make note. Quick. Next, a small problem. Listen. A Limited issued 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, payable as rupees 3 application, 3 allotment, rupees 2 first call, and balance second call. Give journal entries. Listen. First journal entry. Journal. First entry. See, in the books of, very important in the books of A Limited company. See, how to see company's perspective, very important. Company's point of view. Okay, not from shareholder point of view, it is company point of view. It's a higher company, you are all shareholder, not shareholder perspective. Okay, you are all members. See, you are applying. Okay, first time issuing application. Okay, you are going to pay application money. So I am receiving money. First I am receiving money, then I am issuing application. See, this is application. Okay, I receive the money, issue application. So first entry, bank account debit to share application account. Then this share application transferred to share capital. See, first payment or received entry, cash entry. First say cash entry, second transfer entry. Listen carefully. First entry cash, then transfer. Thereafter, listen carefully. Third entry onwards, first transfer entry, then only cash entry. Be careful. So third entry, transfer entry, thereby share allotment account debit to equity share capital. Then fourth entry, bank account debit to share allotment. Fifth entry, share first call account debit to equity share capital. Then bank account debit to share first call. Seventh entry, share second call account debit to share capital. Last entry, bank account debit to share second call. Please check the entry correct. Listen, check. Once again, check the entry. Entries are correct. Yes. Listen. See, out of 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Okay. Payable as 3 application, 3 allotment, 2 first call, balance second call. Okay, listen carefully. So 10,000 into 3, 30,000. 30,000, 30. 30, 30. This is application. 10,000 is 3 rupees. What about allotment? Allotment also 3 rupees. So again 30, 30. Cash also received 30, 30. What about share first call? Share first call, second call. Both are rupees 2, 2. Both are rupees 2, 2. There will be 2 into 10, 20,000, 20,000. Here bank also 20,000, 20. Here also 20k, 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 20k. Write out. Very simple. This is basic sum. Okay. Slight difference. Slightly. I make a small adjustment. See so and so. Okay. Mr. X holds 1000 shares. Failed to pay call money. Failed to pay both the money, both call money, both the call money, both call money. That is first call and second call failed to pay. Both the call money failed to pay. Listen carefully. Slightly change. After second call, Mr. X holds 1000 shares. Failed to pay the both the call. So Mr. X pays only application and allotment. In this case, what is the journal entry? In this case, what is journal entry? See, up to this don't disturb. Up to this correct. Okay, even fifth entry also correct. Transfer entry. See, at the time of transfer, company doesn't know whether the particular X is going to pay or not. The company's assumption is okay, all the shareholders are going to pay. Okay, only at the time of receiving cash, listen carefully, only at the time of receiving cash, the company noted that Mr. X failed to pay call money. So, at the time of receiving money, very important, at the time of receiving money, okay, in this case, not 20,000, 9,000 into 2, 18,000. 9,000 into 2, 18,000. Any doubt? This is 20. Okay, but at the time of receiving, failed to pay. Then, second one, again, company call for second call also. See, second call also they doesn't know whether Mr. X is going to pay along with first call and along with the first and second call they are going to pay. So, at the time of call for second call accountability share capital is still 20,000. Okay, the company noted when the company is going to noted only at the time of makes a payment. So, at the time of receiving the second call money, see all the shareholders paid except X. He holds 1000 shares, failed to pay. First call, make an entry. Second call also failed to pay. What happened? 18,000, 80,000. Need doubt? So what happens, sir? You have to cancel? No. We'll take next class. Wait, don't worry. For future, we'll take next class. This is basic class. Okay, introduction part. Okay. So as far as failed to pay, X failed to pay the 1000 shares first call and second call. Suppose, listen carefully. Suppose Mr. X failed to pay not only first call, second call, and also allotment. Then this entry, bank account debit to allotment, no, this amount will be changed. Up to this correct. In this case, 30, no 30, 9,000 into 3, 27,000. The cash point. See, X failed to pay allotment money, first call money, second call money. So, Mr. X pays only application money. So, second call allotment entry, bank account debit allotment. Suppose if X failed to pay, then it is not 30,000, it is only 27,000. How, sir? 10,000 minus 1,000 shares, 9,000, 9,000 into 3, 27,000. Or 30,000 minus 3,000, 1,000 into 3. That's the case. Okay, for which we'll take up later. Any doubt? Make a note. Next, we are going to take up two small problems. This is in the case of the shares issued for consideration other than cash. The share issued for consideration other than cash. Okay, small problem number 1. This is problem number 1. Scope Limited purchase plant and machinery at the rate of rupees 10 lakhs. Mode of payment 50% by way of check and balance 50% issue of equity shares of rupees 100 each issued at a premium of 25%. So out of 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs by way of check is nothing but bank. So generally, what is the entry? Asset account debit or plant and machinery account debit to bank, plant and machinery 10 lakhs, to bank 5 lakhs. Balance, see, it is not given. Okay, who is going to see? from who is the supplier? I think who is the vendor? Nothing mentioned. If name is not mentioned, okay, straight away you have to take vendor. So entry will be plant and machine account debit 10 lakhs, to bank 5 lakhs, to vendor 5 lakhs. And the same time, they are issued here balance 50%, issue of equity shares rupees 100 each, issue at a premium of 25%. That is 100 to 125. You will see 125, 45. Okay. So first entry, plant and machinery account debit 10 lakhs, to bank account 10 lakhs. This is first entry. What about second entry? Sorry, plant and machinery 10 lakhs, bank 5 lakhs, to vendor 5 lakhs. Okay, then second entry, debit vendor account debit 5 lakhs, to equity share capital account, to security premium account. How many shares to be issued? Very simple. Number of shares to be issued is nothing but rupees 5 lakhs divided by 125. It comes to 4,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, issued at a premium, of 25%. It means equity share capital 4 lakhs, security premium 1 lakh. That's all. Any doubt? This is nothing but share issue for consideration other than cash, that is purchase of asset. And another example, a company issued 30,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each for purchase of the following assets and liabilities from Scope and Co. They are going to purchase certain assets and liabilities of Scope and Co. Plant and machinery 7 lakhs, stock in trade 9 lakhs, land and building 12 lakhs, creditors 2 lakhs. What is the journal entry? Very simple. See, you have to purchase. There will be journal entry, plant account debit 7 lakhs, stock account debit 9 lakhs, land and building account debit 12 lakhs, to creditors account 2 lakhs, to Scope and Co. How much they are going to issue? 30 is nothing but 30 lakhs. They are going to issue 30 lakhs. Listen carefully. First you have to find out what is net worth or net asset. What do you mean by net asset? It is nothing but asset minus liability. This is net asset. 7 plus 9, 16. 16 plus 12, 28 lakhs. So total assets 28. What about creditors? 2 lakhs. So 28 minus 2. See, for net worth or net asset of the Scope and Co value 26 lakhs. How much value? 26 lakhs. But the company issue 30 lakhs. It means loss. You can see, understand. See, net worth, total value of the business 26 lakhs. Asset minus liability. Out of 26, the company issue 30 lakhs, thereby 4 lakhs loss. Loss should be debited by way of Suppose instead of 30 lakhs, suppose company issue 25 lakhs. Company issue 25 lakhs, then profit. Then profit. In such case, you have to credit to capital reserve 1 lakh. Listen carefully. In this case, 4 lakhs loss. Instead of paying 30 lakhs, suppose the company is 25 lakhs, then 1 lakh profit credit to capital reserve. Very simple. If it is profit, credit to capital reserve. If it is loss, debited to goodwill. That's all. Next, second entry. This is the first entry. Second entry, the issue at par, nothing given. Then this is first entry. Second entry, scope and co account debit to equity share capital account 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs. That's all. This is entry is nothing but consideration other than cash. Okay. Next class we are going to take up forfeiture entry. Very important, forfeiture. See, here I am silent about pro rata allotment. See, before going to forfeiture, okay, that is pro rata. What is pro rata? I will tell. First you copy, quick. Next, pro rata. Listen, small example. See, company offer 1 lakh shares. Okay, but application received 1 lakh 50. Suppose, see, if I am planning to IPO, initial public offer. Okay, we are nothing. We are not popular. Okay, thereby, if 1 lakh we offer, no, application may be 10,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 as the case may be. Reason, we are not popular. But the same IPO by Reliance Industries. See, Reliance Industries, Tata, they are well known in the market. Okay, if you suppose if Tata or Reliance Industries offer 1 lakh shares, okay, application money not 1 lakh 50, maybe 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. For example, 1 lakh 50 application. See, one application for 1 share. Okay, simple logic. In order to get 1 share, you have to apply 1 application. Thereby, for 1 lakh shares, application you have to receive how much? Exactly 1 lakh. But in this case, you receive 1 lakh 50. Thereby, company after sort out, okay, 30,000 application rejected. 30,000 application rejected. It means, listen carefully, this is shares, this is application. Out of 1 lakh 50 application, out of that 30,000 rejected. So balance 1 lakh 20. This is nothing but pro rata. What is pro rata? It is nothing but, see, this 20,000 excess application money adjusted towards further dues, that is allotment and call. We catch my point. See, for 1 lakh shares, you are receiving application money 1 lakh 20. Actually, you are eligible to receive only 1 lakh application money, but you are received 1 lakh 50. Out of 1 lakh 50, 30,000 application money refunded. But the excess 20,000 application money you are retained. This retain is something but pro rata. Exact meaning, this excess application money adjusted towards further dues. That is nothing but further after application money allotment. So this 20,000 into application, say 3 rupees for example, 20,000 to 3, 60,000. 60,000 rupees will be adjusted in further dues, nothing but allotment. You don't? This is nothing but pro rata. This is very important in case of forfeiture. In case of forfeiture, it is little bit. Okay. Once again I am telling, this is the only topic, very easy. very simple. Okay, if you know the concept, that's how you can crack the problem. Okay, now you know, next class we will take up for future. Okay.